What's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another video. Yes, today, like the thumbnail and the title says, we're talking about stolen tips. I have taken the time in the past, I'll say the past 3 weeks, to kind of ask some of the riders that I get from my private rides if they ever asked any of the previous drivers when they were going through the Uber or Lyft app if the drivers had ever got their tips stolen. And amazingly enough, I heard some good stories from them. And then I've also got curious and started asking drivers that I've got to know in the area. There's a couple of spots that I, whenever I do Uber early in the mornings, there's a couple of spots by the LAX airport here in LA where I always hang out when it's slow and I'm waiting to pick up another ride. A couple of drivers, I kind of asked him, have you ever had these happen? And again, they gave me a bunch of stories. The most recent one was just yesterday. Older gentleman that's already retired, really good people. He also does private rides. He was actually one of the ones that gave me some advice about, how to get private rides and all that. So he tells me that the most recent one, yesterday, picked up somebody about maybe 3:40ish in the morning to bring to LAX. The offer was 47, almost 48 bucks. From where he lives is a 15-20 minute ride at 3:30 in the morning, and I believe he's only like probably 40 miles away from LAX. Takes the rider, picks the rider up, does the usual pitch. Hey, I do this for cash, blah blah blah. Rider went ahead and got his number and already booked a return trip with him instead of the Uber app. But the driver asked him, "Hey, have you ever had any tips? Tips with issues with the tip?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've heard sometimes the tips get stolen and all that good stuff." Rider tells him, "Look, today is gonna be like a quick stop and go day for me. I'm going to come back." The guy was only going to San Francisco and coming back. "I'm going to come back today. I'm going to call you up so you can come pick me up, and we make sure the money stays in between us. Nobody sticks their hands on it." They go on to the conversation about stolen tips and all that. The rider tells the driver, "Hey, I'm going to make sure that whenever I come back and go through you, other than the fee that you tell me that you charge, I'll hand over some cash, because I have got these issues before, and I just don't want to make sure that these don't happen." So what they agree on, it's like, okay, let's do a test right now. I'm gonna put $20 as a tip, and I'm gonna show you that I'm doing it. And I want to know if you get it or not. I don't see no reason why by the end of the day you shouldn't have your tip. Whatever. Went ahead, did that. Came to the end of the day. Gentleman went back to the airport to pick him up. Tip was gone. Tip is nowhere to be found. So what this guy did, he's like, okay, let me go back to my end of the app. Take a screenshot, send it to you, and you do your thing. See if you got better luck getting in touch with Uber. This gentleman told me that obviously he couldn't get a hold of nobody on the phone, went to the little shot window and acted like if he didn't have no screenshot. A whole conversation on the shot window, you'll know how ridiculous that is. And the minute he said, "You know what, I got the rider's end of the deal. I have a screenshot where you can see that, hey, he did put that tip in there." Guess what happened? The chat was ended, and this morning when he woke up, he had a $20 credit on his account, and his account was deactivated. This is the kind of stuff that I've now heard so many stories with proof of what happens And I have no idea why is it that we can't just get all together, all around the country, get together when you have proof with screenshots, though, that your tip was gone, was stalling, basically. Because let me tell you something, though. Let me tell you something, and I wish you had watched this part of the video, because I know some of you be typing away without getting. I have got tips from riders that come up days after the ride is done. But why? Why does it take so long? In some other rides, the amount of the tip is like well over $20, and right away as I drop somebody off, boom, it comes. Again, remember, I've seen it. At least as of like maybe 10 minutes ago, before I started recording the video, I called them up and say, nope, not yet. Oh, by the way, all he had to do is call that old whatever number that I hope you guys saved it too, the customer service phone number, and after trying a couple of times, he could get a hold of somebody, and now his account is back. But why deactivate a man? All he was doing is he was showing them, here I have proof that there was a $20 tip in there. The entire time, the guy that now you also got to remember, these people on the chat are like probably the same people that you and I get whenever we call. They just sometimes follow a script, though. But why deactivate this man's account? Because when he got on the phone, the only thing they told him is that, well, it might not be related to that conversation. He did brought it up. He got screenshots of the entire conversation. Kind of an older gentleman, so I asked him, hey, can I get the screenshots? I want to make a video for my little YouTube channel. He's like, I'm not all about that, showing stuff. But so, at least he told me the story. Now, if you ever been through something like this, I would love to hear about it on the comment section. Another guy was today. Today is Tuesday. Friday afternoon was the other driver that I had a chance to talk to. He's always in and out of town. He does what I do. He's also a commercial drone pilot, and he does Uber even way less than I do. He's really busy with work. He had a bunch of stories, but the last one that happened to him was the night after Thanksgiving this year. Now, picked up somebody to take him to LAX. Convinced the guy to, whenever from that time on, it'll be his rides and not Uber anymore. And the rider told him a bunch of stories. The way the conversation started about stolen tips is like the rider told him, hey, I don't know, how you do things, but if it's okay, I want to give you my tip cash. He actually handed over, I think it was $35, way before they got to the airport. Here's your tip. The reason why I do cash tips is because in the past I had to help a couple of drivers that they hang out around my area. One of these drivers happened to get me a second time, and from the first time he gave me a ride to that time, he said it was probably like a month or so. So you guys told me in the past that tips do delay, but a month. And he said that the tip was like, I think it was 19 and change, because he looked at how much the ride was for him. So he kind of added up to kind of make an even number for in his end, $19 and change or whatever. Driver, after a month, driver picks him up. Oh shoot, I remember you. Okay, you know what? That tip never showed up, and he took the time to look and show the driver, hey, here's proof that I did it. And that right there was what made him be like, hey, you know what? Nah, I'm not doing these anymore like that. I'm not gonna put no tip in there. I'm gonna hand over tips to the driver. Make sure they do get it. Again, it's. I wonder now, because again, I've been doing this for over a year, and I know for a fact that there's some people, and I know it because I gave them my number, and then they call me back, and now I pick these people up, on a private ride, and they've told me a bunch of stories about the same issue. And they also told me, like, we decided to start tipping cash money because they just don't see. I know some of you be like, oh, most of the riders don't care. I don't know how you get these stories. No, listen, if you do get to talk to some riders, I'm telling you, it has happened to a bunch of riders that do these a lot. My private rides, and I've told you guys before, most of the corporate guys, and they've been doing the Uber thing for years. They've dealt with situations where Uber took more money than what they thought it was, and similar stuff. But anyways, what I wanted to share these with you guys because I'm curious though. I'm curious, and I've known this is it's been a problem. But if you watch a video and you're not a subscriber though, I'm not going to beg you for a subscription or whatever. All I'm asking you though, if you're new to the channel, go ahead. If you made it this far into the video, what are we, like, what, 10, 12 minutes in? I don't even know. If you made it this far into the video, please though, I'm going to beg you to share your story on the comments. And I've been thinking of, I don't know if putting a small website together, or maybe, what's even better, I want to encourage everyone to find Uber on any social media platform where they're active, and post some screenshots though. Open another account if you're afraid, that has no info on who you are, that matches what Uber has about you, and just go ahead and blast it out. Tag them. I'm pretty sure at one point they're not gonna like this many drivers. All these drivers coming to the platform, posting screenshots. If you can manage to get a screenshot, there's a lot of info that you can just go ahead and take off the screenshot, so they won't have a way to identify, the trip or whatever. But I want to encourage you before I end the video, and it's the main reason why I make this video, because I want to encourage you guys, go ahead, blast them out, post screenshots though. It's gonna get to a point where they're gonna get tired though. They're gonna get tired, and either they're gonna have to close their accounts, because hey, we can spam them. There's enough of us though. There's enough drivers. If you got time to go on the Uber subreddit and whine about how little you get paid and how you're gonna quit 97 years ago and all that, I am pretty sure you got time to go ahead and post some stuff on social media and tag their account, so we can at least have them kind of pissed off for 2 seconds. Don't think they don't care. They do care though. So I'm gonna beg you to please go ahead, give this video a like so the algorithm picks it up and share it with more drivers. Please share your story in the comment section. It'll be really, really important. I want all these stories to be heard somewhere, like maybe only one place in the comment section. So thanks a lot for watching, and as always though, we'll see you guys in the next video.